So very good evening, my dear students. We're going to see few important questions and jurisprudence, interpretation, general laws. First of all, many candidates are seeing the subject very scary. Never do that. I'm going to make it very simple for you and it's going to be very easy. So focus on the positive aspects and ensure this is your scoring subject. So first one is, what are the requisites of a promissory note? The shortcut is MUD. So M is for money to be paid must be certain and also must be payable or to the order of certain persons or to bearer, and U is for undertaking must be to make money only and nothing else, and the two D's are the document must be signed by the maker and the document must contain an unconditional undertaking to pay. So let's quickly recall the question. The question is the requisites of the promissory note. The shortcut is MUD. M is for money to be paid must be certain and it must be payable to the order of certain person or to bearer. U is for undertaking and the D is for document should be signed. Document must contain an unconditional undertaking to pay. So these are the requisites of promissory notes. Moving on to the next question, the difference between arbitration and mediation, whether they both are same or what are the differences. So first one is mediation is more collaborative whereas arbitration is more adversarial. The process of mediation is more informal than that of arbitration, and mediation is when a neutral third party aims to assist the parties in reaching a mutually agreeable solution, but arbitration is more like a litigation and it happens outside the court and it results in an award similar to the order. So the outcome in mediation is controlled by the parties, but in arbitration it is controlled by the arbitrator. Very important, I repeat, in mediation the outcome is controlled by the parties, but in case of arbitration it is controlled by the arbitrator. And in mediation the dispute may or may not be resolved, but in arbitration it is always settled in either A or B, any party's favor. So let's quickly recall. First one is mediation is more collaborative whereas arbitration is more adversarial, and the process of mediation is more informal whereas arbitration is formal. And mediation is the neutral third party will be assisting, but arbitration is like litigation and it happens outside the court. That is very important. And in case of mediation the outcome is controlled by the parties, but in arbitration that is not the case where it is controlled by the arbitrator. And in mediation the dispute may or may not, the things might get closed but the dispute might still continue to be there, but in arbitration there is no such scenario. So these are the difference between arbitration and mediation. Moving on to the last question, elaborate briefly the conditions for enforcement of foreign awards as per section 57. So what are the key things you should remember in this is, we'll go from the bottom so that it'll be easy for you. First, second point, the subject matter of the award is capable of settlement. That is, it should be capable of getting close. So subject matter is capable of settlement by the arbitration under the law of India, and the award should be in pursuance to submission of arbitration. So the submission should be valid. If the submission is invalid, then there is no chances of award being enforced, and the enforcement of the award is not contrary to the public policy or law of India. So these are the three easy things you can reproduce. Then moving on to the fourth point, the award has been made by arbitral tribunal in submission to the arbitration. That is very important. And lastly, the award is final in the country in which it is made. So these are the key terms that you must remember, you must reproduce for the conditions for enforcement of foreign awards. Hope you made full use of all these three questions. Watch these videos at least 3 to 4 times so that you don't miss out on single marks, and keep going. Best wishes. Do subscribe so don't miss out on any exam or content. All the very best. Keep going, stay focused.